Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coins History Coins VC. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of US quarter-dollar coins, exploring their value, iconic designs, hidden history, and rare treasures. In this video, we will uncover the top 4 quarter-dollar coins that every collector and investor should know. These coins may look ordinary, but some of them are extremely rare, highly valuable, and even worth thousands or millions of dollars. We will explore different mint marks like P, D, and no mint mark coins, and also learn how condition, color shades, and rarity can change a coin's value completely. Some dirty and old-looking coins in your pocket could actually be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. So before you spend your old coins, watch this video till the end, because you might be holding something very valuable in your hands. Top 1. The 1966 quarter dollar from the United States of America is a very interesting coin, especially for collectors and history lovers, even though at first glance it may seem like an ordinary 25-cent piece. This coin belongs to the famous Washington Quarter Series, which started in 1932 to honor the first U.S. President, George Washington. The 1966 quarter is particularly significant because it was produced during a major transition period in U.S. coinage. Due to rising silver prices in the early 1960s, the U.S. government decided to remove silver from circulating coins, and starting in 1965, quarters were made using a copper-nickel clad composition instead of the traditional 90% silver. This means that the 1966 quarter contains no silver at all. It is composed of a pure copper core sandwiched between layers of cupronickel, giving it durability and a slightly different appearance compared to earlier coins. One of the most noticeable features of the 1966 quarter is the absence of a mint mark. Normally, U.S. coins carry a small letter indicating where they were produced, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, from 1965 to 1967, mint marks were intentionally removed from coins to discourage hoarding and to keep production flowing smoothly during a coin shortage. As a result, all 1966 quarters have no mint mark, even though they were minted at multiple facilities. The obverse, front, of the coin features a left-facing portrait of George Washington with the word Liberty above his head, the motto In God We Trust to the left, and the date 1966 on the right. The reverse, back, displays a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace, along with the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. In terms of mintage, hundreds of millions of 1966 quarters were produced, making it a very common coin in circulation. Because of this high production, most 1966 quarters found today are not considered rare, especially in worn or circulated condition. Typically, their value remains close to face value, 25 cents. However, collectors may pay more for coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they have no wear and retain their original mint luster. Coins graded at higher levels, such as MS65 or above, mint state, can fetch a higher price depending on their quality and eye appeal. Additionally, coins with special characteristics, such as strong strikes, attractive toning, or rare minting errors, can be worth significantly more. Errors like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers are especially sought after by collectors and can increase the coin's value dramatically. Another important aspect of the 1966 quarter is its historical context. It reflects a time when the United States was dealing with economic challenges and changes in currency policy. The removal of silver from coins marked the end of an era and changed the way people viewed and collected coins. Many older silver coins were hoarded or melted down, making pre-1965 quarters more valuable today. In contrast, the 1966 quarter represents the beginning of modern coinage, where intrinsic metal value is lower than face value. For collectors and YouTube content creators like you, the 1966 quarter is a great topic because it combines history, design, and the possibility of hidden value. While most of these coins are common, finding one in excellent condition or with a rare error can be exciting and profitable. It also serves as an educational piece, helping viewers understand the evolution of U.S. coins and why certain years are more valuable than others. So, even though the 1966 no mint mark quarter may not usually be worth a fortune, it still holds an important place in coin collecting and American history, making it a fascinating coin to explore in detail. Next, top 2. The 1967 quarter dollar from the United States of America is another fascinating coin that represents a key moment in modern American coinage history. Like the 1966 issue, this coin is part of the long-running Washington Quarter Series, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, whose iconic left-facing portrait appears on the obverse front of the coin. On the 1967 quarter, you will see the word Liberty boldly inscribed above Washington's head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," placed to the left, and the date, 1967, on the right. The reverse, back, design remains the classic heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing readiness for war and desire for peace, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. One of the most important and unique features of the 1967 quarter is the complete absence of a mint mark. Normally, U.S. coins include a small letter, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco, to indicate the mint where the coin was produced. However, from 1965 through 1967, the U.S. Mint deliberately removed mint marks from all coins. This was done during a nationwide coin shortage, when people were hoarding coins, especially older silver ones, and the government wanted to discourage collectors from pulling coins out of circulation. By removing mint marks, all coins looked the same regardless of where they were minted, which helped speed up production and reduce hoarding. As a result, every genuine 1967 quarter you find will have no mint mark at all. The composition of the 1967 quarter is also very significant. Prior to 1965, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver, which gave them intrinsic metal value. But due to rising silver prices and economic pressures, the U.S. government switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965. The 1967 quarter follows this new standard, consisting of an inner core of pure copper bonded between outer layers of cupronickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This change made coins more durable and less expensive to produce, but it also marked the end of silver quarters in everyday circulation. Because of this, the 1967 quarter contains no silver value, which is an important point for collectors and beginners who often assume older coins must contain precious metals. In terms of mintage, the 1967 quarter was produced in extremely large numbers. Hundreds of millions were struck to meet the demands of commerce during the coin shortage. This high production means that the coin is very common today, and most examples found in circulation are only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins that are heavily worn or damaged are usually not worth more than face value, but uncirculated coins, those that were never used in daily transactions, can be more valuable. High-grade examples with strong details, sharp strikes, and original mint luster can command higher prices among collectors. Coins graded at MS65 or above are especially desirable, and their value increases depending on overall quality and eye appeal. Another exciting aspect of the 1967 quarter is the possibility of mint errors and varieties. Because of the massive production during this period, some coins were struck with mistakes, and these error coins can be quite valuable. Examples include off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned, double dies, where the design appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the die, and clad layer errors, where part of the outer nickel layer is missing, exposing the copper core. Such errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors, often selling for significantly more than standard coins. Historically, the 1967 quarter reflects a transitional period in American monetary policy and coin production. It represents the final year of the no-mint mark policy and highlights the government's efforts to stabilize coin circulation during a time of economic change. The removal of silver and the introduction of clad coinage marked a permanent shift in how U.S. coins were made, and the 1967 quarter stands as a symbol of that transformation. For coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and YouTube creators like you, the 1967 no-mint mark quarter is a great subject to explore. While it may not be rare in general circulation, it carries deep historical significance and offers the thrill of potential discoveries, especially when searching for high-grade specimens or rare mint errors. Its connection to the end of the silver era and the unique no-mint mark period makes it more than just a simple 25-cent coin. It is a piece of history that tells the story of change, economics, and innovation in the United States coinage system. Next, top 3. The 1979 D. Washington quarter dollar from the United States of America is a classic example of modern American coinage and an important piece for both beginner and experienced collectors. This coin is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. By 1979, the design had already become one of the most recognizable in U.S. history. On the obverse front, the coin features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above the portrait is the word Liberty, while the motto In God We Trust appears to the left, and the date, 1979, is placed to the right. Just to the right of the date, you will find the small D mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse, back, of the 1979 D quarter carries the traditional heraldic eagle design used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998. The eagle is shown with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation, while olive branches beneath represent peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America at the top and quarter dollar at the bottom. This classic reverse design remained unchanged for decades, making it one of the most enduring images in American numismatics. In terms of composition, the 1979 D quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad structure, a standard introduced in 1965 after the removal of silver from circulating coins. The coin consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of cupronickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This gives the coin its silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low and durability high. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, the 1979 D quarter contains no silver, so its value is not based on precious metal content but rather on condition, rarity, and collector demand. The mintage of the 1979 D quarter is quite high, with hundreds of millions of coins produced at the Denver Mint to meet the needs of everyday commerce. Because of this, the coin is considered very common in circulated condition and is still occasionally found in pocket change today. Most worn examples are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, the story changes when we look at higher-grade coins. Uncirculated examples, those that have never been used in daily transactions and retain their original mint luster, can be worth more, especially if they are well struck and free from marks or damage. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are particularly desirable, and their value can increase depending on eye appeal and overall quality. Collectors also pay special attention to mint errors and varieties, which can significantly increase the value of a 1979 D quarter. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or missing clad layers are rare but highly collectible. For example, a quarter with a missing outer layer may reveal the copper core underneath, giving it a distinctive appearance and making it valuable to error coin collectors. Additionally, coins with unusually strong strikes or attractive toning, natural color changes that occur over time, can also command premium prices in the collector market. Historically, the 1979 D quarter represents a stable period in U.S. coin production, following the major changes of the 1960s when silver was removed from coins. By the late 1970s, clad coinage had become fully accepted by the public, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins efficiently in large quantities. The Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark, has long been one of the primary facilities for coin production in the United States, contributing significantly to the nation's coin supply. For collectors and YouTube creators like you, the 1979 D Washington quarter is a great coin to feature because it combines historical continuity, recognizable design, and the potential for valuable finds in high-grade or error conditions. While most examples are common, the excitement of searching for a pristine specimen or a rare minting error keeps collectors engaged. It also provides a great opportunity to educate viewers about mint marks, coin composition, grading, and the evolution of U.S. currency. In the end, the 1979 D quarter may appear ordinary, but it carries with it decades of history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of George Washington on American coinage. Next top 4. The 1977 D Washington quarter dollar from the United States of America is a widely collected coin that represents the continuation of one of the most iconic designs in American numismatics. This quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series first introduced in 1932 to honor the legacy of George Washington, whose portrait has remained on the coin for decades. On the obverse front of the 1977 D quarter, you will see a left-facing bust of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Above his head is the word Liberty, while the motto In God We Trust appears to the left of his profile, and the date, 1977, is struck to the right. Just beside the date is the small but important D mint mark, which indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities in the United States. The reverse, back, of the 1977 D quarter features the traditional heraldic eagle design that was used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998. The eagle is shown with its wings fully spread, holding a bundle of arrows in its claws to symbolize military strength and preparedness, while an olive branch beneath represents peace. Around the eagle, the inscriptions "United States of America" appear along the top edge, and "$quarter" is written at the bottom. This design is both bold and symbolic, reflecting the values and identity of the nation during the time it was minted. In terms of composition, the 1977 D quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad structure, a standard that was adopted in 1965 after the U.S. government removed silver from circulating coins due to rising metal prices. The coin consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of cupronickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This gives the coin a silver-like appearance while making it more durable and cost-effective to produce. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, the 1977 D quarter contains no silver, which is an important detail for collectors who are interested in the metal value of coins. The mintage of the 1977 D quarter was very high, with hundreds of millions of coins struck at the Denver Mint to meet the demands of everyday commerce. Because of this large production, the coin is considered very common, and most examples found in circulation today are only worth their face value of 25 cents. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins that are heavily worn or damaged generally have no additional worth, but uncirculated coins, those that have never been used in daily transactions, can be more valuable. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher, are more desirable among collectors because they retain their original mint luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks. Another exciting aspect of the 1977 D quarter is the possibility of mint errors and varieties, which can significantly increase its value. Due to the high-speed production process, some coins were struck with mistakes, and these errors are often highly sought after. Examples include double die errors, where parts of the design appear duplicated, off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting error, and missing clad layer errors, where the outer nickel layer is partially or completely absent, revealing the copper core underneath. These types of errors are rare and can command much higher prices than standard coins, depending on their severity and condition. Historically, the 1977 D quarter represents a period of stability in U.S. coinage following the major changes of the 1960s, when silver was removed and clad coinage was introduced. By the late 1970s, the public had fully adapted to the new coin compositions, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins efficiently in large quantities. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark, played a crucial role in meeting the nation's demand for circulating coinage during this time. For collectors and content creators, the 1977 D Washington quarter is an excellent coin to study and showcase. While it is not rare in general circulation, it offers valuable lessons about coin design, mint marks, composition, and grading. It also provides the thrill of searching for high-quality specimens or rare mint errors that could be worth significantly more than face value. Overall, the 1977 D quarter may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but it carries a rich history and remains an important part of the ongoing story of American currency and coin collecting.